I hit record on this. Did you? Are you waiting for this?
It's good to go.
No, I hit it. I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know if you.
No, that's perfect.
I didn't know if you were doing the same as yesterday. I assumed.
Yeah, I was. Did you get the front of the game?
What's that?
Did you get the beginning?
Not the very beginning. I just actually I saw them starting.
Okay.
And then I looked. I'm like, oh, it's not recording. No goal or anything. So you might have missed like the first 30 seconds or something. I just happened to check after I was watching them for a second.
I appreciate that. I was running over here. Oh shit, the game started.
I gotta go perform life support now for a while.
Are you okay or are you Joe? It doesn't do much, but it's so like satisfying. It's also obese. It's like understandable. First one was fun, right?
Yeah, that was great.
So like you get like settle your grip and you're kind of expecting like a slow roll and trying to like bustle it out. It's like go through grip, and then grip. One try and like one good yeah, and just that impulse and the fact it's water like gets you that impulse you with the and they can stop it once it's slided. Once you know that you're getting it tight down, but if you do it all at once, it takes them a little bit longer to get that grip. So if you can just get that grip, get it out of position, out of that like dead center, and get it kind of more under one arm, then you can keep going at it lighter. So that strip gets it out of the center. It breaks the initial hold on it, and then you kind of have to sleep it. I think we need to play a game again. Get up, Tom.
Yeah,
semifinals.
¡Cocho! ¡Mesa! ¿Cuál es el score? Tienen que ponerlo, porque yo voy a comentar.
Good morning from Florida.
Can you hear yourself?
No, I can't.
How about now?
Good morning from Florida at the North American League tournament here in Fort Lauderdale. You are seeing the semi-final here at this underwater rugby tournament. We see in white playing the Connecticut Makers, playing out of East Haven, and in blue Boston Narwhals. We are about 2 minutes into the first half, and Boston is already in the lead with 2-0. Boston playing from right to left in blue, and the East Haven Makers from left to right here on the screen. The Makers just executed a free throw from the middle of the pool, but the player got locked up by two forwards of Boston. Boston was able to rip the ball out and make it pass down. The pass was not a good pass, so the Makers were able to intercept it. And now the Makers, a two Makers player down there, you can see Philip Mund, one of the forwards and defenders of Boston, was blocking, so they could not easily swim through. But again, Boston was able to recuperate the ball. So now Boston is there. You can see they're trying to Merla. So you can see there is a player lying around the basket, and Philip Mund from Boston was trying to bring the ball there, and that is goal. Boston scored its third goal, their third goal in this first half in the semi-finals. The winner of this match hence will go into the final. We don't know yet who the other team is. The second semi-final will be played in about an hour between Newark Underwater Rugby and the New Jersey Hammerheads, the two teams based of Newark. And the winner of these two semi-finals will compete for the win of this tournament.
Does the controller move that?
Now we around the goal of Boston. The referee interrupted the game. It's a free throw for the Makers. Free throw for Makers. Boston is going down with a goalkeeper. They play it safe. They cannot afford to leave the goal open, leave it open for a Makers play to steal the goal. So you can see a full defense. It's the Makers show the ball, they execute the ball, and here Tomas Galliano from Boston was attacking. Still in possession of the ball, Makers, but that she doesn't have a player to pass to. And I'm very happy to see that Boston has shirts. It's the first time in the North American League that a team has shirts. I myself am from the New Jersey Hammerheads, and we were considering having shirts too for this tournament, but hopefully we'll have the next one. The ball is out of bounds, so it will be a free throw from the middle for Boston. Boston is carrying the ball to the surface and will now execute. And bring it out to the open side, bring it again back to the middle to the surface, pass down. They're playing it close to the surface. Now, for now, just one player. And you can see how shirts is definitely improving the visibility of the game. You can see the numbers much better. I think the EuroLeague, which is the Premier League for underwater rugby, has really pioneered this kind of aesthetic aspect of our sport, which is much easier for the referees, but also for us as commentators and for the people watching on their screens to follow what's happening. So here, Laurie Pico. There are three Picos on the team of Boston. This is Laurie Pico having the ball, fighting with the head coach of the Makers, Jose Bedoya. And Jose is now on. There's interruption. The referee stops the game. It's the end of the first half. It's the end of the first half. Again, we're seeing the match between the Makers from East Haven playing in white and the Boston Narwhals playing in blue. We now have a 2 to 3 minute break before we enter the second half.
Will you stop the recording again at the end of it and start it?
With this button, right?
Yeah, so you'll push it, and then this guy will flash like 30 times, and then when it stops flashing, just push that button again, and then when it's doing that slow flash,
Yeah.
That means it's recording. I'm playing next.
Okay.
That's your schedule there, do you?
Huh?
You don't have the...
No, it's just there.
Guess we're just chilling here then? Till the game?
It's a good game.
It's considered a national tournament? They have two, right? It's the nationals?
No.
No?
I mean, so we have the North American League, which is 4 tournaments a year,
Okay.
and that's our league. To decide who the national champion of the US is, which is most of us we want to have the league, not the. We decided to have count only the 2 tournaments held on US soil to determine who is the national champion of the US.
Okay.
So
There's also two in Canada then?
so exactly, so 2 exactly.
The Toronto one is like in August? And what's the other one?
Montreal was like 2 months ago.
Oh, okay.
Okay, welcome back to the first semi-final here at the North American League tournament in Florida. We see the Boston now was playing in blue, now from left to right, and the East Haven Makers playing from right to left. We just have been called a free throw for Boston. Boston is now close to the goal of the Makers. In the beginning of the second half now, the score is 3-0 for... Could be 4-0. Can you ask the score exactly? Like, is it 4-0? Yeah, it's 4-0 for Boston. Boston is definitely one of the strongest teams here. They won the last North American League tournament that we had in Montreal 2 months ago, and they definitely want to go for the tournament win here in Fort Lauderdale. But the Makers is a strong team. They have a lot of young players, a lot of good swimmers. So it's by no means sure that Boston really can win here, though of course with a 4-0 lead they have a very clear advantage at this point of time. So again, another free throw for Boston. Boston's executing, like keeping the ball at the surface in the corner, so that's like a little relaxed game there. They're building their attack. Now number 69 is coming in. There's a strong defense line there, but you can see there's one player from Boston's also lurking there. Okay, now they're trying to go in. Player number 7 is trying to wiggle himself into the goal. Not yet, the ball is loose close to the goal. The goalkeeper got it, but the goalkeeper wasn't able to get really out. So, okay, made a pass to the middle. And there's two forwards really putting pressure on the Makers player trying to get out, but the Makers were able to clear it. Okay, so they're 1/3 into the pool, and they have passed into the other half. Yeah, that's of course a dangerous play when you swim with your nose down and you don't see who the attacker is coming up. This is Karl Falk, who is visiting player from Malmö Triton, one of the best clubs in the world, playing also EuroLeague with his club, and he was just fishing the ball from the player who was trying to do a counter strike without looking at the attackers from above. So now again Boston was able to get the ball back. There are 3 Boston players, now 2 Boston players with 1 goalie. They're trying to do the Merla, which is what you can see there. The player 19 is Matteo Galliano, was wrapped around the goal of the Makos. Makos goal is almost empty. That was an unlucky shot. A rim shot, I think.
Didn't touch.
Was it a goal?
Rim shot. Looks like it.
No, okay, I believe it was not a rim shot, but no, it was a foul. It's a foul. So it's called it was a rim shot. Lucky from the Makos, and now we have a free throw for the Makos, and they're executing it from the middle. 2 forwards pressuring ready. There's interruption again by the referees. Another free throw for the Makos. The Makos again in possession of the ball, about 4 meters away from the goal of Boston. And the Makos player, 2 Makos players attacking. There's one in the corner that could be dangerous if she is able to push the ball through, but there are already 2 attackers on her. 3 Boston players around the ball. They might try to push her out. Okay, now she was able to actually wiggle out. That's a very good job. She passed down, but there was Philipp Mundt. Thomas Galliano, now the number 2 of Boston, in possession of the ball. That should be an expulsion. That was so I don't know what the referee is doing, but that was a knee and a fist against the head. That should be an expulsion for the entire game. That is my own opinion. I don't see what the referee saw. It's the referee's call, but that is we don't do that. Right? We do not want to see that underwater rugby. We engage with each other. We try to wrestle for the ball, but we do not fight. We do not want to see any of this aggression. And I'm very happy to say that in the last couple of tournaments, in this tournament, we didn't have any incident here. Very fair plays. None of this. And it may of course be just the rage of the moment. Somebody is really riled up with something, but yeah. So now, I can see the player is out. So probably he got 2 minutes only. But this means that the Boston is 1 player short. They can only play with 5 persons in the water. And again, for this kind of action, it would have been easy to expel somebody for the entire game, which would mean that the team had to play for the rest of the second half with 5 in the water only. That, of course, is one of the harshest penalties for the team, in addition to the punishment for the player. So there's some discussion going on there. I'm not sure the discussion is going on. The referees are talking to the person who's sitting outside. Yeah, I don't know who the player is. He's taking off his fins and his mask, so that may actually confirm what I said. But let's see what the decision is.
Yeah.
Can you ask what it is?
Looks like the ref is engaging the captains.
Yeah, the ref is called. There's a the teams, they can see, are separated. Every time there's a large discussion between about a rule infringement, the teams have to be separated. So the white team is on the white team exit line, the blue team is on its own side. Meanwhile, it's raining here. We had an open air pool in Fort Lauderdale. It has been raining the entire weekend, but not too bad. So being on the exchange bench sometimes is a little cold, a little chilly, but okay, so I can see some movement there among players, among the Makos, and some heated discussion. among the Makos. What?
There's a suspension, so one guy is completely out of the game. Another player protesting, probably 2 minutes out, but they're still fighting. So
They're fighting among each other or what? Memo.
Yeah, among each other, and because basically there was some confusion between the referees and one of the players started fighting. So they suspended the player that did the play.
Yeah, he says.
And
They
now
suspended or
2 minutes
expelled
out.
him?
Expelled him from the game.
Yeah, that's what I think the right decision.
Just probably upset because I think the blue guy initiated it. It looked like he had some off the ball stuff.
Maybe,
So
but
he's going
regardless. Yeah.
No, it matters.
No,
Principles matter.
I mean,
I know
Yeah.
it's a bullshit thing because you don't want to escalate, but if someone starts it and you react, I don't know, I'm going to be on this guy's side. You say all you want and play lip service to, oh, you're not supposed to react, but...
no, but I mean, it's just.
Oh, I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about this incident.
But it's, I mean, as long as.
This guy's going nuts because I think the blue guy was playing off the ball a little, and then he reacted and he got knocked out.
So okay, I just got my info here. We sent somebody to see the referees. As I expected, the person was expelled from the game. There was some heated discussion with the referees, and as we all should know, we do not discuss with the referees, at least not beyond a certain point. So there was another 2-minute expulsion time penalty for one of the coach of the Makos, and that again led to another heated argument, and the Makos I think now forfeited their game. They threw the towel. They said we don't want to play anymore. So this is the end of the game. If the Makos forfeit, I forget right now what we put in the rules in the North American League rules. We have a number of goals that will be given to the winner of a game where the other team forfeits the game. But anyway, this is the semi-finals, so it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is the win. So here we see that Boston now was 1 against the East Haven Makos. They had a 4-0 lead in the second half here of the game, but the final score probably should be the maximum that would be allotted to a winner when the other team forfeits the game. It's a little unfortunate that we had this. It was a clean game until that point, and it is unfortunate that we had to see this kind of end of the game. But it happens. So nobody got injured. And there was just some anger issues here and some uncontrolled emotions floating high. We will now see the next couple of games, and Boston and the Makos are getting out of the pool to do a little cool down swim. The Makos will then fight for the 3rd place. And against the loser of the next semi-final, which will be either Newark Underwater Rugby or the New Jersey Hammerheads, whereas Boston is going into the finals against the winner of the said next semi-finals. So please watch all the other games, and let's see how the other teams compete against each other.
Who is the next? Okay. ¿Cuál era el siguiente juego? Ah, ok. ¿Viste el anterior?
El próximo es azul contra blanco.
Wow.
Creo.
Yo creí que era amarillo contra verde.
También puede ser.
¿Viste el anterior, el de nosotros? No.
¿Qué equipo?
DC.
Sí, yo pité.
Ay.
No, yo pité sin mierda.
Nos revolcaron mucho.
Y es el número 2, ¿no? ¿Es el número 2? Tienes que mirar el hombro en la
Pero
cancha.
es que ellos eran muy o sea, ¿cómo te vas a comparar a otras niñas y ellos nos revolcaban?
No, es verdad, pero
Sí, está bien. Yo con niñas no lo hago porque es más, o sea, yo.
Pero es también porque los hombres de ustedes son más
chiquitos.
entonces para entrar es más fácil. Para nosotros, mira este hombro que no puede entrar como quiere.
Pero no viste cómo nos revolcaron. A mí al final casi me matan. Y yo, ¿por qué? Yo no soy un muñeco.
No, pero ustedes jugaron bien.
Ah,
Jugaron bien.
Pues
Con todos los hockeyistas y todo.
se hizo lo que se pudo.
Pero no vives en DC, ¿no?
Sí, yo vivo en DC.
Entonces, tienen que entrenar con los hockeyistas que no van a nadar todo el tiempo así. Perdí el balón.
Como
En
ellos-
contragolpe. ¡Ey, rápido!
Y así, iban así.
Sí. Cuando recibieron un gol, uno siempre rápido. Y solo una.
Y se le fue, se lo comió Juan.
Cada vez.
O sea, sola la portería y lo tiró así y se le salió.
No, pero no, buen juego.
Se hizo lo que se pudo. Y yo a ver si tú sabes.
I can scream and yell and call people bitches, but I will probably never throw a football. Probably. I don't think I ever have enough.
No salió de nada.
I know you guys are saying
Este televisor también es comprado.
Sí, a ver, tiene que jugar con eso.
Ponerse los audífonos.
No tiene que jugar con eso. No me crees.
Sí, yo sé que con eso lo mueve, yo voy al otro man haciéndole.
one more thing. I say I just like to say that those anger management classes work.
A este me le tapé unos deliciosos. No sé, no sé. ¿Por qué? ¿Tú lo pusiste? Sí. ¿Por qué?
Porque yo cuando son novios, es que no. Luego llegó ella y yo le voy a afrontar a ella, es que pregúntele. Y yo, Dani, ustedes dos son novios. Y me cuando y cuando viste.
Ay, no le puedo creer. Yeah, I'm better now, thank you.
As soon as I saw you, I was like, no!
What was that?
Fue chino y fue puta, ¿quién sonó?
I saw the save you made. You saved it. And they kept you there, right?
¿Quién sonó mal
And she did
parido?
like, good, good.
I saw it. I saw it.
What was that? I hate him, please. Please. He needs to say sorry, I think so. But that was bad. He's more strong than me. Yeah, he's amazing.
You didn't have to do that.
I'm strong sometimes, but
Ahorita le muestro, Mónica, digo, y me
it's
cambió el
not
pie.
the same.
Get ready for
Parce, me
anything.
trajo y de una con la cabeza me iba a pegar en toda la cara. Yo no, la chimba, tinucado en todo el ojo, parce. Me empezó a lanzar.
¿Cómo diré fuerza en inglés?
Strong.
Pero como se utiliza para todo.
No.
Para yo decirte fuerte, él es strong. Y para yo decir que él tiene más fuerza que yo.
He has more strength than me.
Strength?
Strength.
Strength.
Con TH al final.
Ajá, strength.
Parce, llegó y le cuadras en todo el ojo, marica, que va acá como...
Es que eso es cochinito.
Una rata, parece mal
Llegó
parido
y me cogió,
cárcel, weón.
llegó y me cogió el tobillo y me jaló. Y de una con la cabeza hacia la cara. Yo no, la chimba no me va a pegar. Llegué con el codazo.
Puto delincuente.
Acá. Y después me empezó a lanzar puños y me pegó un rodillazo
Ese
acá.
marica no puede jugar con la careta.
¿Se acuerdan lo que se le dio a la vieja ayer? Lo pagó ahí.
Pero
No,
me hizo
la vieja salió es que no la daba respirar, qué pecado.
Que no me voy para amor.
Ay, pero Palé, venís.
¿Quién? ¿Qué pasó? ¿El man? El chiquito, el chiquito.
Que al final que está atrás de Chelsea. Que está
Ay, ya no vi el gol. No vi el gol por andar de chismosa. El chiquitico, chiquitico.
¿Sí lo ves?
Bailan a pegar a Mateo.
Y eso es para que la gente se echa plata ahí. Se la acabo de encontrar.
Yo dije que esta hijo de puta carpa está rota.
Corralo para allá. Hicieron gol y me lo perdí. Ay, marita.
Debería tener zoom desde acá.
Ah, Insano Pitan.
Dije que Ronaldo le preguntó, me llama grabando y anda como manesco. Yo como así.
¿Y ella qué?
Sí.
Ahorita le voy a preguntar. Ahorita le voy a preguntar.
Nosotros cagas de la risa.
Ahorita me apretaron ahí, no me pensé en mi brazo. Eso me lo hicieron las viejas de Bucaron. Yo no sé si sabes lo que dice, pero se llaman porque dejó ese pedacito de banana ahí. Ahorita me tocó una vieja en el primer partido, o sea, se devolvió a cogerme la nalga así. Y yo le empujé y le grité, mal parida. O sea, se me salió del alma. Pero me aterra que ven cochinas las de ayer, estaban re cochinas. Aruñaban, jalaban el vestido de baño, cogían en el balón, pegaban puños, o sea literal, el juez paró el tiempo, o sea, no paró así. ¡Ay, sí!
Marica.
¡Ay, se lo comieron! No la hagas. Y entonces el juez llegó y les habló. Cuando llega la otra les grita, es que no peguemos puños.
Okay?
Yes, thank you, I'm better
Did you have a
now.
cramp?
What?
Did you have a cramp?
No,
Didn't you get hurt? Like the last game?
no entiendo. Again.
I thought you got hurt. Did you play the game after? I don't know.
Yes.
The women's game?
Yes.
And did you get like a cramp?
No, the problem was with the bread. I can't take my bread and he stayed with me.
Alright.
That
That was an
happened.
amazing save though. That was awesome. Stopped it. I know it sucks to get hurt and not breathe, but you stopped it.
Maybe
That's most important.
He felt bad
And then you're
about
done.
that. I didn't know.
Where's your gear bag? Thank you. Good job.
Nice, thank you. Ya como vio. ¡Ay! Primero gol. Y la vieja.
Stay clear.
Yo no sé picar gallina. Ayer me dieron hasta cabeza.
Quemándose la boca.
Juan David, ¿dónde dejó la novia? Él es demasiado raro, él a veces es una buena gente.
Todo tostadito, Juan está muy tostado la cabeza. La marica ya no tiene neuronas de tanta droga que ha metido.
Ese balón es tan grande, qué fastidio.
Pero pasa bien.
Pero es muy grande para nosotras
A mí me
cogerlo
parece
así.
chimba.
Pero sabes que es un huevo.
A mí me da mucha
Por
lidia.
ahí me han
cogerlo
salido los
así.
8 con él, weón.
Yo creo que también le dio rabia por estar en muchos 8.
Yo he hecho varios.
Parce, ayer hubo un tiempo en el que Juan me dijo como lleven el balón a la esquina y parce Jessica se fue para todo el rinconcito y nadie le llegaba y Jessica era es que ahí pasando del balón entre las piernas, qué risa.
Me encanta darle el 8 al gordo de nosotros.
Ayer le hice uno, weón. Pero eso sí es la vuelta al mundo con Orrea. Yo es que, madre, como que recuerdo yo. Lo tiré. Cuando parce aún así, yo ay con Orrea me toca nadar mucho, weón, como el parió tan gordo.
Marica, la que hiciste en Villavicencio, ¿te acuerdas? Hacía otro gordote de Pirañas B. Marica, llegó Simón, la lanzó hacia arriba. Es que ay con Orrea. Trin.
Esa. Entonces, en ese torneo también le hice un 8 a Camilo Gaitán.
Se lo sacó.
Esa. Es la que le hizo Philip, una vieja
Ay, qué
de San
hueva.
Francisco. Llegó y la magó así. Parce, la vieja quedó dando giros.
Marica, estoy jugando rugby. Pásala. Adelantado con Orrea, R1. Mira. Adelantado, weón. Míralo. Gol. ¡Golazo! Como un video, weón. Mira, mandémosle a Oviedo. Mira lo que estoy jugando.
Mate.
Dale, pues.
I tell you, Matao is a good place.
Dale, pues. Juegue. Ah, bueno, se va a mandar usted.
I want to drive.
I don't think so.
Pasala.
I hope so.
Güey, puta, ese Jumbo, el weón. Jalala.
¿Cómo se dice cotera en
Pica,
inglés?
marica. Pica. Ay, como
No.
la perdí, recupera.
Ah,
Aquí está tan
Tronco, weón.
Ustedes todo lo que dijeron, le pusieron la máscara.
Padre, te lo juro.
Le pusieron la máscara.
baby, ¿cómo se dice gotera en inglés?
¿Cómo?
Gotera.
Gotteration.
Leaking es como una apertura.
Leak es gotera.
No, lake es como
Lake. No.
Una apertura, una fisura.
que se le está entrando el agua. Es un lake.
Pues, y como. Ay, es que.
Pero es que leak con I seca es Lambert.
Y lake.
L-E-A-K es
Lake.
gotereada. Lake.
Lake.
Y el otro es lake.
Leak.
Leak
Es gotera.
Leak es gotera.
No, sí. Y leak es como Lambert.
Ah, ok. Lake. Aprendiendo con los hermanitos.
Marica, ¿tú contra quién jugaré?
Todos aprendían mucho inglés aquí, ¿no? Tú no aprendí mucho inglés viniendo a estos torneos.
Pero yo lo que sé es porque ya lo sabía.
Y no te estás esforzando por aprender más.
Practico acá,
Yo todo lo pregunto, ¿cómo se dice esto? ¿Cómo se dice lo otro?
yo practico.
Y hay palabras que son muy parecidas. Por ejemplo, a mí siempre se me olvida cosquillas. ¿Sabes cómo se dice cosquillas?
¿Cómo?
Tickles. Y a mí se me da leva y es nickels. Así que se me da.
¿Y contra quién jugaré? Padre.
Pero tú estás grande, está madura.
Pasan los años, te pone madura, ¿cómo te cura?
Yo creo que sí vamos a dar aquí. Yo creo que vamos temprano.
A las 4 hay que salir obligatoriamente.
Entonces vamos a dormir en Tole y queremos ir a Miami. Dependiendo de los que vayamos de un mes. Sí, veis que mirar la hora.
Las 10.
Ah, usted no me la actualiza.
Pues yo no la veo, yo veo todo con Colombia, el reloj,
Sí,
todo.
pero a Natalia se le actualizó cuando se le puso la hora.
Pues, pero el celular tiene la ubicación prendida.
Yo la tengo en Estados Unidos.
Si no la tiene apagada, no se la actualiza.
Ok, yo tampoco. Más bien un bañecito. Como es de buena hacer el piquiterar un poquito el balón para adelante que todo así.
Yo ayer le hice el doble, o sea, lo tiré y el segundo le iba a coger y lo volví a tirar. Y ya el tercero ya no me dio, ya me sonaron. Sino que estaba solo, yo era tenido acompañado, tirado a un lado.
Yo no te he visto jugar.
Sí, me ponen a picar solo.
Ahorita veo. Ahorita veo tu partido.
No, porque ya como unos culeros.
Está detrás de que no le importa todo, pero...
Yo contra el mundo.
Oh wait, I have one. 10.
Toma, chao.
The second half. I think so. I remember watching.
Marica, pásala rápido. No, rompieron mucho, weón. No es tan weón. Eso era para ir a
marica.
Tienen el arco robado, ¿no?
Sí.
No sea huevón en la vida. ¿Cómo no va a meter? ¡Ay, gonorrea! Marica, que ellos lo saquen, weón.
Y yo me da una pelota después de que me enfrío.
I don't even know who's playing.
Que menos acá, adueñados de la pantalla.
Sí, ya perdieron. Mientras que yo juego. O sea, sigue otro partido y juego yo.
Yo me voy a quedar aquí.
Ah, Sara. Vamos a ver la cagada que hay.
Bueno.
Pase,
No
bueno.
me decepcionó tanto.
Ve y se
Y vea,
clavó.
volvió a bajar.
Ay, gonorrea. No, ya. Ese marica no podría jugar con la careta.
¿Con cuál? ¿Con habla? Ah. Ese es el
Porque-
de la de buceo.
Sí, esa careta es completa. Es un peligro el hijo de puta.
Donde
Tiene
le
que-
quiebre, le entierran.
Tiene que llevar vidrio doble. Estoy esperando que se me la masa. Todo el mundo atrás de este idiota que está ganando.
No me importa. Cachalote.
Se tiene colombianos. Ay, marico, ese cumpliendo años del Tommy.
Eso.
Y ahorita está aquel lado.
¡Tomás! Ay, pues me duele tanto el cuello. Ay, no me acordaba. Se me olvidó la salamandra. Ah, bueno.
Sara, gane López. No, por eso sí la puedo reprender que
Pero es
podemos
que marica,
mandar,
como
weón.
eres gordo.
No,
nunca
mira,
la vida, mira, no.
marica, no, Sara.
Ah, bueno, pero. Al menos la rescataron.
Pero nos falta un partido, wow. El mal parido, wow. Ojalá me pida algo por la noche.
Pues está cambiado, ¿no? Es solo meterse.
Lo cual no voy a hacer, las voy a tener que calentar adentro con este frío.
Pero estamos calientes en la piscina. ¡Vaya!
Pero taparon por
Ah,
marica, roncó mucho gol.
Which one are we rooting for?
Uy, no, ay, nea, ¿cómo se van a comer eso? No sea marica.
Vea, ni siquiera el portero está puesto.
No sea marica, ¿cómo me van a comer eso? 2 contra 1.
I don't even know who. I know like
El
that.
partido de portero no me taparon, se puso así.
Which one's A and which one's B?
Ah, gol de Sara.
I think blue is A. Because I think we played them.
Yeah. Because I would imagine Angelo would probably be on the A team.
But I don't know if they separated it by like top and bottom.
Yeah, they might have been the team.
Yeah, we heard that they split it like evenly. I don't know. Presumably someone. It's no.
Yo me hice un golazo ayer, pero la dije.
11:15 number 2.
Yo no he hecho ni un...
Yo he hecho solo
Entre rebélico durísimo, parce, y las pongo hacia el
Yo
otro lado. Y
también.
yo no, marica, que
Yo
otro
la
la
entrego
meta.
para que otro la
Y
haga.
nunca nadie llega, sino que todos en mi equipo, como marica, no sé, entonces me merezco más solo.
Ah, sí.
Yeah, we played. This is the quarter
Ahorita
game.
Madre, más de una vez gano el balón y nadie me ayuda, pensando que yo voy a sacar a todo el mundo, güey. Yo soy como, Nea, por favor, güey, tampoco.
Tengo griero.
Uy, no se llama el parido. Ah, quitaron.
Oh, you used your fingers? That's maybe better.
Me pegaste el
Oh, look how
poste.
clever you are!
Me gusta el
Cyrus! A 1 for smartest
Se le pone
president.
el papel editarlo.
Well, it takes us a little while to get it. How did you work it this way?
No, es que sepa ya cómo van a meter.
Like the DC attack, it's always a surprise.
Maybe this.
I couldn't do it. I don't have nails. You made me chop them. I mean, and by you, I mean on the
Como
wall.
me agregó, me haría así. Petardo. Me haría así el petardo. Qué pena para...
Ahorita
Get
me
into
cago.
11 days through.
Y me gozo, me dice, no, marica, te
Is,
eso,
why is
güey,
it
se
still
quita tan
ripping? Was it
mal.
not in the game? He loves that shit, doesn't he? He lives for it.
Vaya pues, pero ¿por qué buscan a los otros?
Así es, mi equipo ninguno me mete. Esperan a que yo
No, a mí
llegue
me encanta revolcar.
Esperan a que yo llegue para que yo me meta.
A mí me encanta revolcar.
A mí me encanta, pero no me da solo. Venga, para revolcar
No, ahorita
He
que
likes to get
cuando vaya.
It's like his little power trip in repping.
Te va manoseando.
It's okay.
Ay, bueno.
Bueno, perdón.
Ay, bueno.
Yeah, I think so.
Ay, bueno, dale, tranquilo.
He's
Acá le con culpa.
nice.
Eso fue sin culpa.
Never misplaces equipment.
I'm gonna be organized at work. I don't want to be organized out of work too.
That's what we say as well. That's our constant argument.
Do you want to spend the summer playing hockey?
Oh! Zing. Oh, that's it? We're not helping. I'm pathetic with my little wrists and their nails.
Perdí el pirueta.
No te la asistencia que no te van a meter y no te la voy a
Wow,
poner.
sigue un minuto.
¿Qué? Te estás enfriando. Te quieres enfriar ya.
Y una vez va haciendo el proceso. Sí, güey, puta que no cree que no calienta y calienta como yo.
Menos mal.
Well, I thought this was the German tape. This is the German tape that I asked Martin for on Slack. More tape, yeah.
Is this yours?
I thought that was mine. But you can have some.
I think it was mine.
Really? What's the
Everybody attacking that head lately.
Okay, I'll get it.
It's okay. You can drink. I don't.
Wait.
Did it a lot.
Did you mix your Gatorade with water?
That's what it comes out from.
Okay, maybe that is yours. It's a little sweet.
Ay, gonorrea. Ay, cerrar la portería de la
Así ya cuando se pega el balón. ¿Usted sabe quién le suelta de balón?
It's a little confusing.
Porque lo abraza y ya. Y ella solo hace así.
Era chima de técnica, que ya agarra el balón y uno la empuja.
No me empuja hasta que llegue al otro lado. Suéltelo ya.
Yo contra quién iré, contra usted.
My own teammate does.
Mañecito,
It's like a hold up, man. Let's roll.
estamos menos.
They go down here. Oh man.
I'm just gonna do the same. Another sunny day in Florida.
Sarita, antes que hombre. Todo bien. Sí, no era su novio. Yo no lo voy a enfocar.
Tiene
Cuando
su novio,
tenga,
mira, porque todas tienen novio.
cuando
¿qué
su
vas a
novio,
hacer?
cuando su novio tenga,
Juan Pablo.
el que estaba ayer con la otra vieja.
No sé quién es Juan
Al
Pablo.
que le mandaron saludos que tú le dijiste.
Ah,
saludos.
pero ahora estamos charlando.
Ah, pues
Obvio,
sí,
estamos
pero
charlando.
Pero pues para que...
El entrenador.
Con un reentrenador. Cuando la tenga Juan Pablo voy a hacer esto.
¿Cuántos años tiene?
Como 12.
20. Boa. Tiene 20 años. Oiga, se ve como de 12.
Y
Gracias.
acaba de venir de Toluca.
Pero eso sí es muy... Qué chima yo tener 20 con esa carita.
¿Cuántos años tienes?
24.
Parce, pero si no
También
parece de
tengo
24.
20. Parece 20.
¿Sabe ya cuántos parezco?
Ay.
De 20.
Pero no piense por la edad mental.
Es que-
No piense por mi edad mental.
Tiene 10.
Por la edad mental, unos 2.
No, por ello, no piense por la edad
No, por ahí
mental.
unos 21, no.
Pues sí, sí, parece 20. De 21.
¿Cuántos tiene?
21.
¿Cuántos tienes?
21. Sí, parece 21. ¡Tommy!
Venga, mi amor, feliz
A mí se
cumpleaños,
se me pasó. ¡Feliz cumpleaños!
Oh my god, happy birthday! I completely forgot to say.
Venga, el que me acordé fui yo. Todas esas canciones dieron cuenta.
¡Qué mejor manera de celebrar!
Ay,
Oye, que salí ya de toda esta mierda.
¿Quién va a salir con esta lluvia?
No, mañana.
Mentiras que le daba mañana. ¿Es la mañana? Ah, yo creo que se dio el miércoles.
Apenas la te a Juan Pablo, vamos a hacer eso. Cuando no para Juan Pablo hacemos eso. Y ya luego seguimos
Pero
la
usted sabe que eso va a aparecer en los videos.